In the middle of the Nevada desert, there is a legend that has terrified people for over a century. A legend about a mysterious black door. A door that appears only once every 100 years. Nobody knows where it comes from. Nobody knows where it leads. But according to the stories, one who enters it never returns the same. Some never return at all. The story began in the summer of 1926. A group of miners were working deep beneath the Nevada desert. For weeks, they'd been digging through solid rock in search of valuable minerals. Then one afternoon, their tools struck something unusual. It wasn't stone, it wasn't metal, it was something else. As they cleared away the dirt, they discovered a massive black door buried deep underground. The surface of the door was perfectly smooth. There were no hinges, no handle, no visible way to open it, yet strange symbols covered its entire surface, symbols unlike anything anyone had ever seen before. The miners reported the discovery to local authorities. Experts arrived from nearby cities. They examined the symbols, but nobody could understand what they meant. Days passed, then weeks. The door remained completely silent until one night, at exactly midnight. Something changed. The symbols suddenly began glowing with a dark red light. The ground started shaking. A deep rumbling sound echoed through the tunnels. The miners watched in horror as the massive black door slowly began to open by itself. Nobody touched it. Nobody was even standing near it. Yet it opened. On its own. Behind the door was nothing but darkness. Not ordinary darkness. This darkness seemed alive. Lantern light vanished inside it. Even powerful flashlights couldn't reveal what lay beyond. It was as if the darkness swallowed all light. Most of the miners wanted to leave immediately, but one man couldn't resist. His name was Thomas Walker. He was young, curious, and convinced there had to be an explanation. Ignoring the warnings of his friends, Thomas stepped through the doorway and disappeared. The miners waited. 5 minutes passed. Then 10. Then 30. An hour later, Thomas still hadn't returned. Many believed he was dead. Some suggested sealing the tunnel forever. Then, suddenly, footsteps echoed from beyond the darkness. Slow, heavy, approaching from inside the doorway. The miners froze. And then Thomas emerged. He looked exactly the same. No injuries, no signs of fear, no signs of struggle. But something was different. Something in his eyes. He seemed distant, as if he had witnessed something no human mind was meant to see. When the miners asked what happened inside, Thomas refused to answer. Days passed. Then strange things began happening. Thomas started predicting events before they occurred. He warned people about storms days before they formed. He predicted accidents with terrifying accuracy. He described disasters months before they happened. Again and again, his predictions came true. Word spread across the country. People traveled hundreds of miles just to meet him. Many believed he possessed supernatural powers. Others believed he had gone insane. But nobody could explain how he always knew the future. Years later, reporters finally convinced Thomas to speak publicly. They asked the same question everyone wanted answered. What did you see behind the black door? For several moments, Thomas remained silent. Then he slowly raised his head. Fear filled his eyes. And for the first time in decades, he answered, "The door is not a doorway." The room fell silent. Thomas continued, "It's a prison, and something inside is trying to escape." Nobody understood what he meant. Reporters demanded more details. But Thomas refused to say another word. For years, he remained silent. Then, in 1975, shortly before his death, Thomas made one final statement. A warning. A warning that would terrify everyone who heard it. He said, "When the door returns in 2026, do not let it fully open." Those were the last words he ever spoke. Moments later, Thomas Walker died. For decades, People dismiss the entire story as a myth, a ghost story, a legend designed to frighten children. But now, something strange is happening. Across the Nevada desert, unexplained earthquakes have been reported. Witnesses claim they have seen mysterious lights emerging from the ground at night. And according to local rumors, a massive black object has begun appearing beneath the sand, exactly where the miners discovered the door 100 years ago. Could it be returning? Could Thomas have been telling the truth? Nobody knows what waits behind the door to hell. Nobody knows what Thomas saw inside. But if the legend is real, then something may already be trying to get out. And this time, there may be nobody left to stop it. So tell me, would you walk through the door to hell? Or would you run? And if you enjoy mysterious stories like this, make sure to subscribe to Mind Nova for more mind-bending mysteries, dark legends, and unbelievable stories. See you in the next mystery.